Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk. We're doing pretty good at the moment. We have had a bunch of survivors make their way into the city, which we do need to make sure they have plenty of homes, but otherwise I think we're doing okay. We've got our first steelworks in the, being built. We have a coal thumper as well, a sawmill, so we have all of the basics covered, more or less, for the next little bit. In a couple of hours, we will get our first automaton, which I am very happy to see coming our way. We've been dealing with just a little bit of trouble trying to make sure we have basically enough people to do the jobs that we need to get done. So, yeah, the fact that we're going to have a little bit of extra free mechanical manpower, I am very happy to have coming. So, with all of that in mind, let's just go ahead and speed things up as we make our way through the night. We have some people heading out to one of our new locations. We have our scout team returning in 12 minutes with a couple more. We should be fine as far as the children are concerned. It's, what, I think another 3? Or maybe we even need another 4 houses. Either way, we'll need a couple more, but we'll figure that out as we go. Alright, so it looks like we can pass a new law in at the moment. So, what have we got here? We have extra rations for the ill, speed up their recovery. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, use extra rations to speed up recovery. Then we have overcrowding. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Or then, what else do we have? We have a new building for a care house. Yeah, the gravely ill are kept alive in care houses and no longer burden the medical posts. Yeah, that could be good. Hope will rise. Hope will rise. That's right. So, amputees. That seems like a good idea, and then that'll unlock prosthetics afterwards. So, as much as I do like the idea of extra rations for the ill, I think that care house is going to be where we go next, just to make sure that we're still efficiently making our way through everything. Alright, let's see. How much will that cost us? 25 wood and 5 steel. That seems more than doable. Let's go ahead and drop that in. Yeah, nice and close to the generator seems perfectly good. And then, you know what? I think if we're about to get an influx of more people, we might go ahead and build ourselves another workshop. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit overdue, if I'm being perfectly honest. We should have probably done this a while ago. If we can have a second one up and running, that'll mean we'll make our way through our technology tree just that little bit faster, which is always good. And the fact that we've got a whole stack of engineers means we can certainly man it. So that will be very good. Alright, so what have we got going at the moment? 1 tent, 2 tents, 3. We have 55 people who are homeless. Okay, so yeah, we need another 3 more. Although I don't know. Does that tell us if we break it down to whether they're children or not? We have 27 kids. No children currently in the shelter. Where is the next one? Okay, so no, that's a tent. Yeah, we have another child shelter here. I have no idea why they're not in there at this stage. Otherwise, all these tents are, yeah, still being built. Okay, well, I don't know entirely what's going on there, but we'll just have to let things be. We're going to go ahead and, yeah, after this next medical post upgrade, I think we're going to go ahead and build those bunkhouses. We're about to hit another colder section, so if we can avoid illness, that is probably ideal. Oh, right, and of course, we have our people heading over here. So you know what? If that's the next location that we're heading towards, we might get a split in directions for things. So even though, yeah, it's probably not the most efficient, actually it probably is the most efficient way. If we send these guys out there as well, they should be able to do it relatively quickly. In fact, Yeah, they're only leaving 5 hours behind, so when we do get here, if we have an option of going to multiple places, we can access them as fast as possible and make the most out of that. Alright, so we do have a fair few people who are unemployed, but that will be fine. We'll certainly be able to manage. We definitely need to go ahead and turn that cookhouse back on. I also think that maybe we should go ahead and... yeah, we're going to start making our way with soup. We need to certainly make sure that we have more than enough food for everybody. Oops. And we might even consider building another hunter's hut. We'll just have to see how things go. Alright, so here comes that steelworks. Fantastic. That's up and running. Let's go and send... let's send a couple of our engineers. We have a whole stack of them at this stage. We have 5 people working there. That is all well and good. All of these buildings are working as much as they can. Yeah, that'll be fine. That will be fine. Okay. So I think that should be enough. Oh, and then, yeah, I guess we still have another house that we must build at some stage. So let's go ahead and we will get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and... yeah, sadly it's a tent, but it is what it is. I will throw that. I don't know if that's the best spot for it. We might be able to find another building that has the right profile. Maybe we just go ahead and put that behind. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And we'll continue the road across, so everybody has access. Alright, that should be pretty decent. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, coal is about a day, but we are making more than we're using at this stage, so I'm not too concerned about the overall coming and going of what we need of that coal. So at the moment, yeah, coal consumption is only 260. We could probably go ahead and turn up a couple of things if we want, but it's not going to cause us too much trouble at this stage. Alright, so in an hour and a half we're going to get our first automaton. I think we're going to go ahead and get them to... I think we might focus on steel. Yeah, I think that could be good. Oh, what's going on here? Half efficiency? That seems... some other people are still building, others are going to eat. Yeah, I think we might send our automaton there just so we have a nice amount of steel. We're going to need as much steel as possible as we are starting to upgrade our tents into bunkhouses. So we'll send them over there. Alright, that is cool. I do love a good old automaton. So let's go ahead and send them over here. That will be perfectly fine. So that'll free up some workers. Everybody else can focus on building. Oh, and it looks like we have another event. A word of advice using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator. We can research upgrades to raise their efficiency and capability. That is very nice, which we will certainly do. We also do need to make sure that that workshop is up and running. So even though it wasn't staffed, we were getting 20% of base efficiency because we have children in the child centers. That's fantastic. Yeah, we're making good progress. Some people are still hungry. Some people still need some homes, I guess. Yeah, I guess we're going to need another house or two more than I thought. Let's go ahead and build them up. Let's go. Let's just do another run, another row across here. I think that should be fine. One here, two there. And is that before we get more survivors coming on in? No, that is all the survivors. Okay, so we are fine. We also have a couple of steam cores as well, so that's not the end of the world. Let's also go ahead and make sure that they are staying adequately toasty. Let's throw on in a steam hub. There we go. We'll chuck that there, cover all of those houses. Make sure that the medical outposts are also staying nice and warm. We do not want them to be inundated with cold and have people getting sick whilst they're sick. That would be terrible for that to happen to our medical professionals. So let us go ahead and avoid it. So let's see, how are we doing? Medical post upgrade, almost halfway through. Yeah, and then bunkhouses. I think that's how we're going to have to survive. At the moment, if we have a look at our heat. Yeah, some of these places are a little bit chilly. We can easily make our way through there, so that is... yeah, as soon as that comes online, we'll be fine. Everyone's going to move to a livable temperature. Looks like some of these other places aren't doing too bad either. Yeah, that sawmill's up and running. That steel works. That's being run by an automaton, so we don't need extra heat over there. Actually, you know what? Let's turn on the Thol Comper. Yeah, if we're keeping everybody nice and healthy, that should mean that they're less likely to get sick and can maintain work. So that would be a good idea there. Make sure that our coal production is on the up and up. It's a small price to pay for us to make a decent amount of progress. Alright, so we still need to keep her houses warm for the next 8 hours. That'll be fine. That should time out before the temperature drops, so we will have kept up our promise, which I'm happy with. Our people are still working towards that next settlement. There we go. That is the next layer of text. So, actually, how much steel do we make at the moment? Ooh. Soldier horses. We only get 60% efficiency with an automaton? Oh. Okay, well, you know what? That's actually not as good as I was hoping. I know they work throughout the day and night. But maybe we should go ahead and... yeah, we might need to do something about that. We might need to send some workers there just so we can get some more during the day and then send the automaton at night. So let's see, what have we got? Bunkhouses. That'll be 10 each. We can afford it. Then we get, what is it? I think further down there is house redesign. That'll cost the houses less to upgrade them. Yeah, we can also get better cookhouse insulation, so we will need that as things get colder. Yeah, I think we might have to just go ahead and... I think we're just going to go ahead and take the bunkhouses right about now, and then after this maybe we go straight to the drafting machines. It's probably not the end of the world if we went for some of these other resources. We'll just have to see, or maybe even the heat. But yeah, right now we need the bunkhouses. We need to be ahead of the curve in that regard. So that's what we're going to do. Also, let's see, construction-wise... Oh, right, we don't have enough. I was about to say, maybe we should build ourselves another steelworks, and apparently that's only timber. Well then. Yep, never mind. Say no more. We're going to get that done ASAP. We're going to have the automaton working one all through the day and all through the night, whereas our workers will just have to go ahead and get that done. So let's go ahead and we send our workers there immediately. In fact, you know what? It's just going to have to stay as is. That automaton, we'll go ahead and put that on the new one, but we want as much production as possible. So let's see, 2.8 per hour. Yeah, it's not a whole stack for a day's work, but it's got to be done. And if it's slightly more efficient, that's all that I care about. So yeah, we'll have to make the most of what we have access to. Let's see, everything going along nicely, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like our raw food is not too much of an issue there. Should also probably go ahead and, since we have unemployed? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves another food. Let's go with a hunter's hut. We'll build you... I think we can build that way out. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, not adjacent to street. That's honestly not too much of a problem. Yeah, we'll throw that there for now. That'll be easily sorted. Again, we cannot afford to fall behind on our food consumption. So if we do go ahead and check, how are we doing at this stage? Yeah. We're incredibly close to breaking even, but we are losing out, which is not good. But the good news is we have a fair bit of soup. We are going to be able to catch back up. So yeah, if that's what it takes, that is what we will do. Alright, people are still another day away from getting to the next spot. That's fine. This place is up and running. That sawmill is doing well. We'll need... What do we want next? Well, we have to wait another day for the Book of Laws, so we're not going to pass anything like a...
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
What do we call it? Yeah, we're not going to be able to pass anything like a fighting rolling outpost, whatever they want to call it. That will help with a little bit of our discontent, but again, at the moment, we don't really need it, so I'm not too concerned. And our promise has been fulfilled. Yep, you promised people warmth, and you delivered. Hope rises. Fantastic. One more delivered. That is fantastic. And only the right couple of hours before that, we are going to find ourselves in a bit of trouble with that one. So glad we did that when we did. All right, let's also make sure that we go ahead and send everybody out over there. Let's go... Hang on a second. We have more unemployed engineers, so we need to switch engineers for workers somewhere. Let's go ahead and send some engineers over to that steelworks. At the moment it is chilly. We'll turn that heater on. That should be fine. We don't want to lose too many engineers. But we'll make sure that they are adequately staffed. Again, food is a definite necessity as things stand. We could find ourselves in quite some trouble. Alright, so it's going to drop. It's going to go back up again. That is all nice, and we can see that coming, which is good. People are no longer hungry. Our sick are finally disappearing. I think that care house has been rather good for us. So we've only got one person in there at the stage, but they seem toasty enough. Yeah. Alright. It's just a matter of trying to get through technology as quickly as we can. In fact, you know what? We could probably do an emergency shift. Actually, we can now alternate between these two. So one of them is running at 24 hours a day, no matter what. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that. Discontent will rise. Oh no. Anyway. And then as soon as that finishes, we'll go ahead and start the next one. So we should always have a minimum of 100% efficiency. Yep, that will do very, very nicely. Now it does appear that we don't get that extra efficiency boost during the nighttime from having children apprentices, but that's not the worst. Alright, so technology, what are we doing here? We have wall drills, sawmill upgrades. What would that do? That would raise the efficiency of all of them. So yeah, introduce workplace improvements that raise the efficiency of all sawmills and steam sawmills by 25%. Unfortunately, their range isn't increased. Oh, well, there is one further down, but that's a little bit of wishful thinking. We could go for outpost depots. Yeah, if we go for the drafting machines as well as a factory, that'll give us access to prostheses in the future, so that's not a bad idea. There are some generator upgrades, which I think we should be alright with. So could also go for coal mining as well and put one of our, well, put our automaton over there if necessary. But you know what? For now, I think we're just going to go with the drafting machines. We have a little bit of time on our side, so let's just go ahead and get that done. We have the steel. It's fairly pricey. Enough wood that is also quite pricey, so let's just go ahead and get access to those. And then hopefully we should still be able to yeah, make some headway as the temperature drops. But again, that's only for a day, maybe two. So that is going to be something that we can weather at this stage. Or at least I certainly hope we can. Alright, what have we got? Hunter's hut efficiency. That's down. That's not good. 5 absent. That's painful. Yeah, if we could just deal with that, that would be very nice. Alright, let's also see, how much do these cost? So 20 wood, 10 steel is going to be quite an expensive endeavor, but it is a thing that we're going to have to do. If we build them here, can we go ahead and upgrade them while we're here? Apparently not. No. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll start building the ones that are the furthest from the generator. That seems reasonable. Oh, actually, we do get a discount for having spent... Okay, so we would get 8 wood as a reimbursement if we tore one of them down. It looks like they put that into the cost of upgrading, so... Yeah, we basically have to demolish it and then build it back up, which I guess isn't too bad, all things considered. Let's just start with this first one there. That should hopefully work out to our advantage. I don't know if it can take more people inside of a home rather than a tent. Let's see, 10 people for sleeping, 10 people. Okay, so it's the same amount of people, just better as far as thermal efficiency is concerned. So yeah, at the moment, people are livable. They're about to go down to chilly, but we should be fine as we start upgrading these houses, which is kind of why we have this automaton working 24/7 up here, so we can have as much steel as possible.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
All right. I hope I don't freeze to death on duty. It's only going to get colder with each day. Yes. Unfortunately so, but it is the life that we live. Alright. Let's hope that we'll do okay. So far we've only got 20 sick.
Get moving.
Oh, and there's no homeless. That's fantastic. We could probably go ahead and build up another sawmill if I'm being honest. Yeah, that might help us as we're trying to progress through things relatively quickly. If we can build up another sawmill, maybe build that up over Invalid. We almost need a gathering post around here first, just to collect all of these and then put the sawmill right about there so we can gain all of that wood. Otherwise, I suppose, where else could we put it? We could start working through all of this. And not adjacent to street, that's fine. Okay, so that's going to give us the most optimal output. Let's go ahead and build that up. And then let's cut across. And we'll see about that there. Yeah, we're going to need as much wood as we can as we, yeah, we have a fairly constant supply of steel at this stage, so wood is going to become a bit of an issue. The good news is we have plenty from our coal thumper, so we're not worried about coal, or at least not at this stage yet. We're still in the positives, so that is good. We're not going to be lagging behind. Wood efficiency, that's just a matter of how much we choose to use. And then, let's see, food? Yes. Okay, we're breaking, yeah, we're still, yeah, saving, so that's good. Healthy people, still a bit of a problem. It is a bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. We've got the medical post upgrade as well as transplants, so 132% isn't bad efficiency at all. And then we do have a couple of houses that are getting a bit chilly, but that's okay. This is only for 2 days. We should be able to keep on building up some of these bunk houses, so that will be nice. That is the drafting machines researched. Fantastic. So now comes the question. What can we afford? Well, we're short of timber, so we can't do anything more for drafting machines at this stage in there. In fact, it looks like everything is going to cost 30 timber if we are to go ahead and research anything. Yeah, that's a bit of a pity. Yeah. Alright, okay, so we can bump up some of those things. Hunting tactics. 5 fewer workers, that would save us a whole stack of trouble. An infirmary, oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, an infirmary would be very nice instead of that medical post. Cookhouse insulation, that could also be good. But I guess since we can't do it, we have to take what we have access to, which is a level 1 technologies. So let's see, a hothouse. I don't think that's exactly where we need to go. Let's go for maybe sawmill upgrade. That will help us with our wood supply for the next little bit. Either that or a power generator upgrade, but that'll burn through more coal. I think at this stage, I'd rather have the timber, so let's go ahead and pick up that upgrade. That will be perfectly fine to me. Let's just double check. How is our other... Yeah, our other workshop is a little bit chilly, but we'll turn on that heater. That'll do nicely. That'll make it quite livable. Yeah, we can make good progress there. And then as soon as this 24-hour shift stops, we're going to go ahead and engage the other one. At least now that we have two, we can have research going 24/7 at a minimum capacity of 100% more or less. Actually, hang on a second. Do we? I thought we gained extra efficiency for having more than one building working. Okay, yeah, so we have 2 research buildings. So the research rate is 130% potential. And then we have some extra modifiers for kids helping out. Either way, we're making fast progress compared to what we used to. Alright, what have we got? A frightened patient. One of our people is facing death, but he's still refusing amputation. He keeps screaming that he doesn't want anyone to touch his leg, and he won't change his mind, even though gangrene will kill him in a matter of hours. Well, let's be perfectly honest, I don't think he's in a capable spot of making his own decision. We're going to make him an amputee. Sorry about this, but at least you will get to live. Yeah, we're going to cut off his leg. Sorry, buddy. But it has to happen. Otherwise, he is, well, let's be honest, gangrene in an environment like this, you're going to be absolutely annihilated by the cold. There is certainly no hope for survival. Alright, that sounds like something else is finished up. That looks like, oh, sawmill. Let's go ahead and send some engineers. We'll turn on that heater. That should be fine. Yeah, coal is getting fairly close to capped out, so I don't mind spending a little bit of coal on keeping our buildings up and running. Let's see. You're heated. What are you? Medical post? Let's make sure that... Oh no, that's already enabled. Yikes. We'll turn that one on as well. Child shelter. I think livable is fine with a very low risk. I think... Yeah, I think that will just have... Yeah, that will have to be good enough for now. Oh, and actually, what is that? Medical outpost? Yeah, let's make sure that that's turned on. I didn't realize that that got turned off. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so what have we got here? Another law that we can pass. Okay. Let's see. What is next? Prosthetics? New blueprint available in the factory. Amputees will be fitted with prostheses. They'll be able to work again. I think that seems pretty decent. Although I am concerned, we are in the clear at the moment for food. And I don't think we have any extra survivors. So I think we're going to go for extra rations for the ill. If we can keep everybody nice and healthy, that stops us from being overwhelmed. So let's go ahead and assign that in. I think that's definitely the way that we're going to go. Just make sure that we can improve things as quickly as possible. So, oh, also it looks like technology has been improved as well. So let's check out our efficiency. That gives us extra food. All right, we need to go ahead and spend that ourselves. Let's go. We'll spend that there. That's fine. Let's go to the next one. We'll spend them here as well. Yeah, honestly, the fact that people have... yeah, people may have soup, but at least if they're getting more of it, that should keep them up and running. Let's go ahead and check out our tech tree yet again. This time we do have enough timber. That's excellent. Let's go for... Lighter scout sleds is probably not a bad thing to have. A depot... Allows us to assemble an outpost team, send it to establish a permanent resource outpost far away from the city and maintain it. Maintain a connection with it. Ooh. That could actually be rather nice as far as some of our resources are concerned. I think we'll go... What do we want? We could go to a large resource depot. That's probably decent. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, 9 hours. That'll also stop us from capping out on coal. I think that's not a bad idea. Either that or maybe... do we go with steel works? We do need a lot of steel. Probably... Yeah, I think... Either that or the infirmary. Actually, you know what? Food is probably going to be our biggest killer first. Let's pick those on up. Yeah, either that or... Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and pick up the hunting tactics. That'll save us some manpower. So as people get sick, we can afford things better. Then from there, maybe we go to healthcare insulation. Infirmary. And there's just always something that you want to be doing, and there's so many competing options. So I also feel like we should be getting some of these, but I think we can survive this current dip in temperature. But before the next one, we definitely do need to start getting some upgrades to our generator. So I suppose if that's the case, yeah, we're going to go for food. Actually, you know what? That's an efficiency. It doesn't necessarily give us more food, so we'll ignore that for now. Let's go ahead and build an infirmary. That's going to be better than the medical outposts, and yeah, I feel like that's probably going to be the best thing for us in the long run. Alright, there we go. Decision has been made. I have no idea if it's the right one or not, but it is the one that we have chosen, so we will have to see how things go. Alright, so how are things going over here? Looks like Steelworks is still coming along. That one's not too bad either. How long does this take to research? Approximately 8 hours. So we're going to need as much wood and steel over again, I think. So actually, hold on a second. Why on earth have we not got you up and running? Surely we have a road that has... Really? I missed that little section of road. That is ridiculous. Alright. Well, at least... There we have it. There we have it. It's up and running. People would have been doing work. I think I've just wasted an entire day's collection of timber. That is deeply irritating, but it is what it is. We will survive. We will survive. Alright, so with that sorted, we also have, let's see, a coal pile here, some more steel here if we so desire, and scouts are at this station. But you know what? I just saw the time, and I think we're going to have to call things there. We'll pick up with that in the very next one. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.